Hi everybody, good evening. My name is Alan, and again, on behalf of the crew, I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Bridging Heaven and Earth. You know, so much is happening in the world, and so much experience is available for all of us, and it's just such a miraculous time coming into the millennium, coming into the year 2000. There are just so many things happening, and so much powerful energy of love and dedication and oneness that's really available to us all. And you know, we should just really, I mean, I know in my life I'm just trying to take advantage of all those opportunities that are given to me. And I think tonight we really have an opportunity to be with people and to experience a vibration of oneness and connectedness and dedication and surrender that will really be uplifting for us if we can just sit and take it in and just participate in it in our own way. Our guests tonight are Barbara Cudmore and Eddie Connor, who work together as spiritual teachers and counselors and psychics and healers, and just they're clairvoyant and clairaudient, clair de lune, a lot of clairs. I mean, just incredible. Just very gifted people and very humble people. And we're really excited to have them on the show for the first time. And then we've been getting so many calls saying, "Where's Abby?" I mean, we put up the webpage, and we were getting calls, "How come Abigail hasn't been on all this season?" This is our 5th season. Actually, this is our 60th show. And Abigail was on, you know, a lot, probably more than anyone else for the other seasons. But this season, she hasn't been on yet. But she is on tonight, and she's going to grace us with a goodly number of her songs. So we're just honored to have her here. So please, just if you're watching the show now, just give yourself an hour, just relax, just settle in. And I think you're really going to have an uplifting experience. I know I'm looking forward to it, and the crew is just really excited about the show tonight. So I'm sure if you just settle in, you will have a wonderful experience. So as we normally do at this time, let me lead you in a short meditation. And if you don't know have a meditation technique, just kind of shut your eyes and just feel your breath. Just feel your breath coming in and going out, in and out. And any of you who have a meditation technique, just go into it, just drop down, just feel that connectedness, that love inside you. So please join me. Thank you. So please join us in listening and being graced to hear Abigail sing Something to Share. She's just a musical enchantress. That's what I put on the flyer this week. So whenever you're ready, Abby, thank you.
Staring at the gate where I can feel you in there. Daughter of the water, cleanse the things we beware. Soon the dark is over and you're part of the air. Death is on arrival, but it's something to share. Death is on arrival, not a candle to spare. Gotta use a lighter to remind us what's there. Soon the fuel is out again, oh no. Oh God, oh, what do we do then? tried, I could never swallow the wave crashing by. And even if I died, I would only join in the purge of the tide. Hey, it's a course in nature, and I gotta catch a ride. Yeah. It's your celebration, it's your birth into youth. Death is an arrival and a passageway to everyone you haven't seen in ages will be there. Come and join the party and you'll leave as light as air. And even if I tried, I could never swallow the wave crashing by. And if I tried and died, I would only join in the purge of the tide. Hey, it's a course in nature, and I gotta catch a ride. Yeah. Well, I gotta catch a ride. Yeah. Is your revival, you can walk walls right through. Death is just an end and a beginning on your way. Party till you lead your soul away. And even if I tried, I could never swallow the wave crashing by. And if I tried and died, I would only join in the purge of the tide. Hey, it's a course in nature, and I gotta catch a ride. Yeah. Well, I gotta catch a ride. Yeah. Well, I gotta catch a ride. Gotta catch a ride.
Wow, thank you, Abby. Welcome back. It's great to have you back. So here I am sitting on the set with Barbara and Eddie. Welcome. Hi. So why don't you start with Barbara? Why don't you tell us how, like, your spiritual story started this life? I always said started this life. So why don't you, how did you get involved in what, people call the spiritual path, and when did you realize you had such incredible gifts and all?
Well, I grew up in a very Catholic family, and so it was very natural in my upbringing to talk to the angels and the saints. So I just grew up.
When did they start talking back?
Well, actually, it was all my life, but there was a period where I lost touch with that.
Was that encouraged when you were a child in a Catholic home to be answered back by the spirits? And
in my family, it was.
Really?
Yeah, I was Irish Catholic, and I think they're sometimes more open to getting responses to your prayers. And so I went to a Catholic university too, and just always was really questioning and seeking, and but I kind of went underground with it when I moved to the South, and then I met Eddie, and we kind of brought each other out, and then decided to go into business together after we had a really powerful experience.
The business being spiritual counseling and teaching.
Spiritual counseling, yeah.
And Eddie, how about you? Before you exploded.
Before I met Barbara. Right. I grew up Southern Baptist, very unlike Barbara, and I grew up in North Carolina. She grew up in Boston, and I lived in a really crazy household, a real dysfunctional household, and I was the oldest of 4 boys, and I was very responsible for my brothers. And because I would pray a lot and fall asleep asking God and the universe to bring my mom well-being and nice things to our household, what eventually started happening was I started seeing angels and spiritual guides and
How
teachers.
old were you at this time?
I was about 6 when that started
Really?
happening, and about between 6 and 10 when I started seeing ghosts and dead people around my grandma's house and around my mom's property and stuff. And I never really told anybody, but years later I found out my grandmother was psychic, my mom was psychic, and I sort of innocently inherited it from them.
So, and that's what's called clairvoyant, right? That you see, like other dimensions and things like that.
Yep, see and hear, and Barbara senses and knows, but we have all 4 abilities.
And the 4 abilities being?
Claire,
I always say, you know, like, just start at the beginning so anybody who's watching the show can understand it. So what 4 abilities?
clairsentient, seeing, clairaudient, hearing.
There's clear feeling, which you experience right here, and then there's clear knowing, where you receive the information up here. And
So there really isn't a Claire de Lune.
Not that we know of.
not that we admit to.
And then there's the mediumship too, where you see and sense people who have transitioned on the other side, who are coming through and wanting to talk. And there's a little bit of clairaudience in that, and clairvoyance too, but it's more of an inside thing, a clairsentient or a clear knowing feeling that comes through with that.
So when you guys got together, it was like a real balance because you brought all the Claires together, right?
There are 5 Claires and a Barbara and an Eddie hanging out, yeah.
So in terms of when you go into a counseling or workshop session, I mean, all these gifts are brought to bear and really are helpful to people, and that's the plan, right?
Oh, absolutely. And Barbara and I learned a long time ago, when I was a kid and would see things psychically, I would see some really scary things, and they would always happen within 24 hours or whatever, and I thought I was responsible for it. So I felt really not empowered by this situation. So what we have a clear thing that we do now is we have a clear intention, and we open with a prayer, and we tell the universe what we want, because we're learning you have to ask, either through your appreciation of, or verbally, or with your feelings. So we, anytime we do a group thing now, we ask what's the highest and most positive thing we can get back for everybody in the group, so that if one person asks a question in a group of 50 or 100 people, it's answered through spirit in a way that everybody gets their needs met, which we feel is what the universe is anyway.
And we always start our sessions with a prayer, which is like a way of setting your radio dial to the station that we want, and we want
kind of to harmonize the energies.
Yeah, and we ask to receive only the highest and the most helpful information, rather than just opening up to anything. So we don't do kind of what's called pop psychic stuff. You know, whether you're going to get the green car or the red car. I mean, some of that comes through, but we really attune to the person more at a soul level, a very deep level. In the sessions or in the seminars, we bring through information that's going to empower them to trust their own guidance, their own knowing, rather than just becoming dependent on us.
Can you, when you're in these sessions with people or groups of people, can you enable them or empower them to develop these gifts too? Is that part of the training or whatever you?
We kind of have a motto that if you keep coming back to us over and over, with the exception of a handful of very special people we're working heart to heart with, then we're not doing our job somewhere along the line, because really what we're doing is empowering people to connect to their own soul and their own inner awareness. So.
And we do have psychic development classes too, and what we find is people will come in, women have brought their husbands, and the husbands are like, I'm just here because of her.
Right.
And everyone...
Is it ever the other way around?
Rarely.
Rarely. But they've ended...
I love that, they're great.
Yeah. But everyone has been pleased with what they found is a natural ability that everyone has, and even the skeptics, some of the men that came, were pretty impressed with the information that they received.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, actually, I've said, you know, I mean, this is, as I said, a 60th show, so we've had a lot of shows. But I mean, one of the things that really seems important to me now, and you know, we've had a lot of teachers on and all, is that that people do empower other people to have it, so that they don't want them coming
Right.
back. That a true guru is to make themselves obsolete.
Yeah.
You know, to really pass that, you know, to give that tape of that experience and that gift on, you know, so that love can really be, you know, moved along. So you've been like traveling all over doing workshops and classes, right?
Yeah. We started out on the East Coast, is where we met. It was pretty much of a culture shock for poor Barbara, coming from Boston and New York and flopping down in North Carolina. And we were real
Living in
closet.
New York is enough of a culture shock.
I know.
It's like, oh
Well, I
my
had trouble with Los Angeles. But when we first met each other, we were closet psychics. And it was our trust and our love for one another and being really comfortable with each other. But we started talking about dreams one day in the cosmetic and fragrance bay at work. And the next thing you know, 10 years later, we're hauling butt across country and moving out to Los Angeles to be of service and to start a radio program. And completely lost my train of thought and don't even know where I'm going with it, Alan.
Well, actually,
Save
where
me.
we're going pretty soon is you're going to do a guided meditation in a little while, or actually a minute or so. Why don't you just explain that and then just go into it? So,
Okay.
all right?
That's
so
great.
explain what you're going to do and then start doing it.
Okay,
And
what?
if you lose your train of thought in the middle, you go up and out.
Oh, okay.
Get the hook ready. He's had one. That's it.
The hook's over there. I can see it. What we're going to do is, I never know what I'm going to say. I never know what's going to come through. It's, and we're just going to ask for the highest and most positive to come through. And Barbara's going to start it with an opening prayer, and just an abbreviated a bit of relaxation techniques, and just whatever the guides and angels want to say for your audience. And then Barbara's going to nudge me, or you're going to nudge me.
No,
and
we're
then
going to ring a
we're
bell.
gonna, yeah.
We'll ring the bell.
And
So
then
let
we'll
you
wind
know.
down.
Okay, great. All right. So I guess does Barbara want to start? Is that sure? Okay.
Yeah, with the prayer.
Good.
We call on the light of God, the Great Spirit, to come down and surround and attune all of us present for this meditation. We ask that we be open to the love that is always with us, to the guidance that surrounds us and guides us, and to the great good that is waiting to come into our lives. We ask this in the name of the Father, Mother, God. Amen.
And what you want to do is begin with very comfortable breathing techniques. Just breathing in white light into your heart and your lungs area, and then gently release it. And then with every breath that you breathe into your body, imagine or feel that you're breathing in pure white light, and you're bringing that light into your heart, your lungs, and your abdominal area. And as you release your exhale, you're releasing all of those things that no longer serve you. And as you breathe in, you're breathing in spirit and pure positive energy all the way down to the tips of your toes. And as you release your exhale, you're releasing any insecurities and things that no longer serve you. And as you continue with your breathing, state your prayer or your intention to yourself at this time, and ask that you call forth the master teacher, your spirit guides, or even loved ones on the other side that want to participate in bridging the heaven and earth within yourself, bringing the non-physical soul part of you into your physical shell, and integrating the most positive aspects of your physical life with your non-physical knowing, creating a perfect balance of body, mind, and spirit, calling forth more of the non-physical energy, the stream of pure positive energy that creates universes, this stream of pure positive energy that you are to the very core of your being, bringing forth that essence into every cell, atom, and molecule in your physical and non-physical expression of life. We're asking this energy to come forth on rays of light and love and unlimited prosperity in a spiritual and physical sense, creating tremendous balance. tremendous ease and joy, bringing light onto the physical earth plane, creating harmony, utilizing well-being, bringing forth your powerful positive aspects into every area of your life. What you're wanting to do at this time is to focus on the areas of your life that are working beautifully, that are gently and powerfully moving forward, that are tuned in and tapped in and turned on to the areas you're wanting them to be and feel. Focus on the family members that connect you to spirit and to your heart. Focus on the things in your life that feel good. And as you're focusing on the essence of these images, you want to lovingly ask the universe with an open heart at this time to bring forth that same essence into every area of your life. You're wanting to bring the essence of well-being and freedom, happiness and joy, security, comfort, and unlimited prosperity into every area of your life. You're wanting to feel the stream of non-physical energy beautifully pour through your physical apparatus, entering every cell in your body and allowing every cell in your body to turn toward the non-physical and drink in this essence so that you'll go forth and create the happiness and well-being, the balance, the freedom, and the security that you're wanting. What you're wanting to do is marry the non-physical and the physical aspects of you together in perfect oneness. You don't have to know how to do this. All you have to do is ask and feel. It is important to remember and understand that your feelings are a pure extension of your non-physical essence. And your non-physical essence creates 99% of your physical life experience. So as you're sitting here at this time, connecting to your non-physical energy, you are in this moment, in your imagination, in your visualization, able to create what you're wanting on the physical earth plane. Allow this essence to pour through your physical shell. Allow your third eye to open up and beautifully see and feel where you want to be in your life. Exactly where you want to be with relationships, career, dollars, spiritual growth. Where you want to feel yourself at and see yourself at in every area of your life. It is not your work to figure out how to make this happen. That is the universe's job. Your job is to see and feel yourself already there, already happy, completely fulfilled, totally connected, in complete balance, bridging the heavens and the earth together in your physical shell, bringing forth unlimited well-being into every area in your life. The sheer act of your appreciation and your feeling and your heart will bring this desire into your physical manifestation. You can ask with your heart center, ask with your ability to imagine, to pretend, to fantasize, to visualize, to meditate, or simply attune to your soul essence. At this time, ask your guides and angels for a sign, for a word, a message, or a feeling, for a symbol or a picture, a clear sign that you can hold on to. Whenever you're feeling doubts or you're finding yourself worrying, go into this place and breathe in the light and focus on this image and know that your guides will go to work immediately to orchestrate well-being into every area of your life.
Blessed Spirit, we are grateful for this opening that has taken place, and for the messages and the great good that is on its way at this very moment into our lives. We ask that the love in our hearts grow radiant and strong, spreading out and touching all of those around us. We ask this in the name of the Great Spirit. Amen.
Amen. Wow, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Quite a little tag team you guys got going.
Yeah. Ta-ta-da.
But so you're moving to North Carolina though, and you're
Yes, I
not,
am.
right? Is that
Right. She
so?
won't let me.
What is she? She controls the highway patrol in North
We'll
Carolina.
talk about that after the show.
So I mean, is that how long have you guys been doing this work together?
Almost 7 years.
So is it like 7 years and all the cells change?
Actually, that's kind of true.
Yeah.
So is that?
It's
I mean,
a growth.
it's a thing that needs to happen now.
Yeah.
So, but you're not going to have all the four Claires now,
No,
right?
that's right.
Unless each
Well,
of you, unless each of you get the other two, right?
There you go. Well, we actually do. We're both all four. So when we're together, I guess there's really 8 Claires and 2 mediums. But
Right, and one delude.
yeah.
I'm the delude here.
No, but we came together and we were both shy and insecure, and we leaned on each other, and we've grown so much in the 7 years that we've been working together that we really can do what we do now and feel comfortable doing it on our own, and we each are kind of moving in different directions now. And so great things are happening for both of us since we've made this decision. And
Like, not to be personal, but I mean, like, what spiritual directions do you see, the changes happening? I mean, it's just curious.
well, for me, I'm going on to study nutrition, and I want to incorporate really more nutrition and kind of health and diet direction in the intuitive work that I do. Because I feel when people are changing their lives and learning to change their consciousness, that it's important to work with the physical as well too. And a lot of times people are really ready to change the way they eat or how they take care of their bodies, but they don't know what to do. It can be overwhelming. And what works for you might not be good for somebody else. So I would really like to be able to bring that in and be able to offer real clarity in that direction.
And Eddie,
Well, I'm sort of like a workaholic. I'm sort of all over the place and have many irons in the fire. So I'm working on some writing projects that have been really successful, and I'm working with some up-and-coming celebrities, so to speak, and helping them fine-tune what they're wanting. And my ultimate goal is to be kind of like one of those people who are behind the scenes in the entertainment community, working with famous people who affect millions of people in their work, especially musicians, and sort of get not subliminal messages out there, but get very powerful messages out there to everybody of all ages. So that's kind of my love and my dream. And
yeah, the media has tremendous potential. I mean, it's just, I've always thought that a movie that really touched people. I mean, there have been ones made, but most of them are just trash and lower rev. But to really have that kind of love and that kind of consciousness to go through the media is really has a potential. I mean, the screen is so large and has just such or a song that's a hit or something. I mean, how Titanic has touched so many people. And I mean, whatever you say about it, I mean, it's just touched a lot of people.
It has. It's changed the way movies will forever be done. And it was beautiful to watch that movie because even in the theater and even at the Oscars, you could see the beings that were connected to the Titanic come forth in that moment. And it's just amazing. And they were touching so many people. So I think the way we look at movies now is going to be changed forever. I think you're going to see more things like that in City of Angels and movies like that.
It seems like that people are becoming more open to really being aware of and in touch and not afraid of the non-physical, because the greater part of us, each person, is non-physical.
We know it somewhere in us. We know it, that we're so much greater than we assume we are
Yeah.
until we know differently, until we experience differently.
Yeah.
Sure.
And to not be afraid of death, and to really be open to knowing that it is possible to communicate with your loved ones, and that includes pets as well. We work with people and bring in their pets too and everything, because that's important. For a lot of people, the greatest source of unconditional love they've ever known is through a pet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, it's interesting. We had a lot of, people who communicate with dolphins, and I don't know if you know Carol Gurney. She used to be around this area. Actually, do you know Carol?
Yeah.
Actually, you can tell me, because somebody emailed me from the webpage if I know where to reach her, and I wasn't sure. And I said, I'll find out. And then, you know where she is. Is she still in this area, Carol?
She's in the Los Angeles area.
Right, that's what I thought, yeah. I mean, I just didn't know the last address she had, because I think I tried to call her, send her a card, because we did this whole new, I've talked about before, this whole website. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see it, but we're getting a lot of emails and calls about that, because all the guests are on there. And so, but I just got one today. I'd never gotten it before for Carol, so it shows how things work like that. So you're leaving pretty soon to go. I mean, isn't that, you almost didn't come tonight because you had a pack or something like that?
Yeah, well, I'm having my stuff moved, but I'm not leaving till the end of June.
So you're going naked and walking the streets till then, is that right?
I'm going minimal though.
Right, so that you're really excited about that.
I'm very excited.
And that's where you spent a lot of time?
That's where and my children are there, and my new and first grandchild is there, and that's a big pull back for me. And
family and stuff.
And the green, and just the slower pace.
And the area where we were at is very, very spiritual too.
Yeah.
In North Carolina.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, but it is.
No, that's with Duke and right.
Carolina,
kinda,
Michael Jordan and everything.
Right, right. Everybody knows it from Michael, so you're safe there. So, but you're still going to be doing. I mean, when I call, you have like workshops coming up in the next period. And actually, if anybody wants, you know that we run the scroll at the end. And it's 805-687-2053, and I can give you whatever information you want about Barbara and Eddie's workshops until Barbara leaves, and then Eddie's workshops after Barbara leaves, and anybody, any information about where they're going to be and what they're going to be doing. So I think now we'll just take a little song break, and we're really excited to have Abby with us again. And she's going to do 2 songs for us. Own Life is the first one, and Blind Bruises is the second. But we'll run, I don't know if I was clear when I said it. I sounded like I had marbles in my mouth. But we'll run them underneath so you'll see the names. But she's written and the music and the words to both of these. So Abigail, please.
There's this setting with this song, though. It's about these gnomes that are traveling across the world, and they feel that they own the earth. It's like 300 years from now, and they feel like they own the earth, and they have to take it over. And they're looking for they're battling the humans, and they want to find their leader, who's the dragon. So that's what it's about. That's the setting behind it. Truly know. This is the eye of the storm. No one continue to mourn. What a delight it will be to see everyone getting up after the rest. This is the eye of the storm, the eye of this bloody mess. Oh. Looking for what we own, looking for what we know, looking for what we own, only some of us truly know. Oh, and only some of us you know. This one's called Blind Bruises. Now you tell me I'm psychotic, I don't mind, I just didn't know that it was true. Never thought of myself as average Joe, just thought that others saw the blue. Thought the world was hiding, now I guess tonight I'll kick back and enjoy the view. It's a little exercise for me, therapy that I will do. Yeah, right, you are not inside me. You cannot confine me with your own blind truth. Yeah, right, you are not inside me. You are not behind me. You can't see my view. Roll it up in white and blow yourself away and watch yourself enjoy the view. What's it like when you feel good? It's something that is always new. People say you shouldn't live it up. I'll tell you what you gotta do. Listen to them, let it blow away. Yes, watch yourself and tell them to. Yeah, right, you are not inside me. You cannot confine me with your own blind truths. Yeah, right, you are not inside me. You are not behind me. You can't see my view. No, what a wonder waiting for the plunger. What a world to plunge into. And people tell you what you gotta need, tell you what you gotta view. I kill any rats in your way, kill any thoughts deadly. 'Cause you're the victim and the villain of your fortress. Tell them what they gotta move. Yeah, right, you are not inside me. You cannot confine me with your own blind truth. Yeah, right, you are not inside me. You are not behind me. You can't see my view. Oh yeah, right, you are not inside me. You are not inside me. You can't see my view. Well, right, you are not inside me. You cannot define me. You can't see my view. You and your blind bruises. You and your blind bruises. You and your blind bruises. Oh, you and your blind bruises can't see my view.
Wow, thank you, Abby. That was great. So, if somebody came to you and said, what one piece or two pieces of advice could you give to someone to experience more love in their lives and more connectedness, what would you say? Why don't you start, Barbara?
I think people don't realize how powerful appreciation is. That if you really, the saying, count your blessings is very high spiritual guidance. Because if you take time every day to appreciate at least 3 to 5 things in your life, your heart will open, your vibration will raise, and you will find yourself drawing tremendous amounts of good to you. And so it's very practical as well as very powerful advice to use appreciation, use it as a tool, use it to get yourself out of a negative place and use it also to use it every day, and you'll be surprised at how quickly.
The feeling of gratefulness is very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Well, what would you say, Eddie? And you can't say the same thing.
She stole mine.
Too bad. No, you better come up with something else. We'll see how fast you're on your
my
feet.
God. I think feeling good, and along with the same lines of appreciation, one of the things that we've learned in doing this practice is you want to practice what you hear and what you preach and what you teach.
You mean walk the walk, actually?
Absolutely.
Oh
yeah.
my God! Not that. Not on the spirit.
Yeah.
Not spiritual
Yeah.
people.
It's
Oh, no,
terrifying.
not that.
What I've learned is feeling good is really powerful. Appreciation is at the top of the list, and to look at what you do want instead of looking at what you don't want. And a good place to experiment with that is when you're standing in line at the post office or at the grocery store, at the bank, and watch how people start getting really uncomfortable, and everyone's usually focusing on what they don't want.
You mean you're not supposed to pick up the National Enquirer and see where all the crap that's going on in the world?
Well,
oh my God!
Or the Daily News.
Supermarket. I'm not going to be able to shop anymore.
Well, no, I bought those. I bought those ones.
I don't buy
Once
them.
or
I
twice.
just read them there and I leave them on top of the counter.
I usually buy mine and then hide stuff on top of it at
I
the
understand.
express.
Speaking of walking the walk.
That really just looking at what you do want instead of what you don't want, and finding things to feel good about. And then you'll attract more and more. That one of the biggest things we've learned, which answers a lot of questions about the why question. Why am I a nice person and bad things happen to me? Or why am I spiritual and I can't get a job? And all of that stuff is the universe always, always, always says yes to everything. So if you're saying, I want a new job, but I don't think I'm going to find it, it's going to say yes to the new job. It's going to say yes to your lack of being able to find it. So you're sending out two mixed signals. So the more you appreciate, the more you feel good, the more you look at what you do want, the more the universe says yes to it. And then you start getting proof that the universe is as unlimited as you've been taught it is.
So you want to be clear about what you want. So you give a
Perfect.
clear message.
Yeah.
Okay,
perfect.
now how would you say is a good way to get clearer? Because, a lot of times we just,
Right.
we're just confused.
Yeah.
you know?
Well, the fastest way to get clear is no matter who you are and whatever it is you're wanting, if you want a new job but you don't know what you want to do and you're really unclear about what to do, go to what you want to feel. And everyone wants to feel good. So you start from there. And as you start moving around in how you want to feel in your new job, the universe will start responding to your feelings and it will build the job around you. You don't have to know what it's going to be called or where it's going to be or what you're going to do. But as you move around in how you want to feel and go with the feelings, you'll start getting more clear. The universe will bring you the signs of what direction to move in, and it will build it around you.
And bring it right to your door.
I mean, I know there's been, in a lot of spiritual paths, the word surrender has, a lot of meanings. Do you have any resonance with that at this point in your growth or experience?
Well, surrender can be real confusing because in our work, sometimes when you say to people, let go, they're like, oh my God, here we go again. What the heck does that mean, let go? And really what I see surrender and letting go meaning is you spend some time feeling what it is you want to feel with a new job or whatever area of your life you want to manifest in. And then after you've spent some time with it, you let it go and you go out, you start appreciating things, you go do other things, go out into nature, and be easy with it. And you want to get yourself out of the way. You don't want to be wanting to draw something in your experience and then be looking, well, where is it? Well, where is it? Well, where is it? Because then you're vibrating with it not being there. So you want to kind of move around in the feeling experience of what you want, and it only takes 68 seconds. That's an energy vortex. The universe feels and responds to your vibration. It's a vibrational universe, and it says yes to what you're feeling, and then you spend time feeling it, then go do other things that make you feel good, and you'll be surprised at how fast things manifest.
And is that how you would describe it? How do you experience surrender?
like Barbara was saying, no, letting go.
These people are going to have trouble apart. I mean, it's like, well, where's Barbara? Where's Eddie? It's like, oh my God.
I'll be saying we the whole time.
Now, don't you put an extra seat at the table?
I know. I've done that teaching classes before. But letting go to me is another. Letting go for me has been more often than not looking at what I don't want, because if I'm trying to figure something out, and let me just back up. I get confused real easy. There's a lot of stuff I want, and there's a lot of things I want to bring to the earth plane. And if I'm right here, and I know all this good stuff is out here, then how the heck am I going to get to it? And what I've learned with all of this is we think we get the new job. We think we get a call from somebody who has a show who wants to get us on there, and we think that we go for the new car and all of that, but we don't. It comes to us based on how we're feeling. So in a nutshell, what I've learned is looking at what you do want and feeling it and letting go of what you don't want will bring what you do want back into your experience really, really quick.
See, but ultimately the way I experience is people don't really want a new job. They don't want a new, they want to feel loved. They want to feel connected to life, the Creator, God, however you describe it. So how does your teachings and your practice really bring people into that? Because ultimately they get the job and they find out it's another job and it's another boss and it still sucks.
That's the same thing.
Or I have more money and less money. I live in a bigger house or a lesser house, or I can afford more alimony and another, whatever in their lives. But really we just want to. We are connected, and we want to feel connected, and we want to feel good.
Because feeling good is feeling God. Because
Exactly.
when you feel good, you're feeling God moving, the energy of God moving through you. So, what I feel is that if you, let's say you do want a new job. Well, if you just go to a new job, you might find you're in the same feeling situation. You're just in another building with different people. But if you get clear on the essence of what you want, which maybe is to feel good, to feel creative, to feel like you're doing something meaningful. If you get in touch with the essence of what you want and you stay with that, then when you get the new job, it will have that quality to it. But if you want the new job because you think it's going to...
It'll be more in harmony with your connectedness in a sense. It'll line up more with you.
Right.
Because people really, they don't care about it. I said that before, but I'll say it again. They just want to feel good.
They do.
That's true. And that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's just such an incredible bounty here. It's just so beautiful. And just so many of us just to play with and all. And it's amazing that with all the gifts, all that we have to be appreciative of and grateful for all the time, how much we're not. Even people who've practiced and meditated and been on the spiritual path. It amazes me how pathetic I am some of the time, or most of the time, and not appreciative and not really recognizing, just the beauty that surrounds me all the time and that I am.
Yeah.
Well, it's a habit. It all comes down to just a habit. We're taught at an early age, whenever all the babies are lined up in the nursery, this one's prettier than that one's prettier than this one.
All the levels and the
contrast at the very get-go. So you're around adults and parents and authority figures who are constantly looking at what they don't. They don't have money for bills. They don't have enough money for the gas. They're eating mayonnaise sandwiches or whatever the deal is. And so you learn that feeling vibration at an early age to be responsible and worry yourself sick about something that you're wanting.
To feel separate.
Oh, yeah.
Just to feel separate from, you're a different religion, you're a different state, you're a different country, you're a different sex, you're a different, all different. Instead of, what's the root? What's the thing that's the same? That's why in all spiritual and all paths, there's some form of being quiet or meditation or something to experience that place of peace, that place of oneness. I don't know if on all the flyers we put dedicated to the oneness, because really that's the experience people want. From there, people will find themselves in the right job with the right person, not with the, not with a person, not in a job, but they'll find themselves in harmony in their lives because they're connected to what the root is, life, God.
Good.
And one of the easiest places I've seen to have that experience is to spend time in nature and to just be with nature and to breathe and to really, because when you breathe, you're bringing more of spirit into your being, and it fills you with spirit. And I think if you're appreciating and you're out in nature or you're meditating, one of the things that you're doing is you're opening your breath more. And your breath is one of the most powerful ways you have to move into feeling the oneness and feeling good, feeling connected. And if you're feeling fearful or disconnected, you're not breathing, or your breathing is minimal.
Very shallow, yeah.
So.
Okay, Eddie.
What's the question, Alan?
So, I mean, do you teach us some sort of like quieting or meditation in your teachings or in your like workshops?
We teach meditation, but you know that what we usually do is we would have a meditation class for that.
Mm-hmm.
We do meditations during our workshops, but we don't usually teach that unless it's specifically a meditation class.
And why would that be? What's the theory behind that in like a class of empowerment? Why wouldn't that be like part of it?
Oh, well, it is in some ways. The only difference is we ask our clients what they want more of, and out of all the things they want more of, that seems to be at the bottom of the list, because I think you're taught that. It's one of the first, quote, spiritual things you're taught. And I think meditation is an individualized thing. And the way I meditate and the way Barbara meditates could not be any more different. And so Barbara's really good at quieting her mind and going within that way. And I have to do active meditation. So it's very individualized, and we find that fewer and fewer people want it. They're wanting to start really masterfully creating, which meditation is also an extension of too.
But if you can't be in that quiet place or come from that quiet place, can you really be in touch with what, like creation is?
Absolutely. But
you think you can, or you
I know you can.
You can or can't?
You can.
You can.
In my southern accent, you can. No, you really can.
I can't tell what the hell can or can't or can. We're going back to the Delooms here.
To the Bible Belt.
Right. Holy Christ, I think Jesus is with us tonight, and we're going to go right home. All right, what were you saying, Eddie? I'll finish off tonight saying that.
No, true.
I always want to be a preacher.
That's what I do
all the time. But her sounds like a Spanish southern accent or something.
Well, maybe I'll sit in the chair and I'll do Barbara. If
go.
you're missing her when she's there, well, do Barbara. Oh, my God.
That'll work.
All right. But then you'll have to say, what do you think, Alan? All right, well, I guess I've made a fool of myself and everyone else tonight. So please, thanks for coming. If you want any information, 805-687-2053 about Barbara, about Eddie, about Abigail. We love you. Check out the website. Good night. God bless you. Thanks for coming.